Hello there, Scoobers. We're in a really tough spot, I have to say. 11-3. We absolutely bottled. We went from 10-0 to 11-3. And, well, actually, no, it's 10-3. And then we got to 11-3 after that. But essentially what happened is we've been playing with this 4-3-1-2. And it's been working against the kind of lesser opponents, you know, the lesser managers with no strats. And then we started to come up against the decent managers and the decent players, you know, Ryan MK Man and all that. And now we're having to bring in the five at the back. We're having to bring in Thomas Tuchel. And essentially we've said to the lad, we're in real trouble here. You know, we're in real trouble. And we can only afford to lose one more game if we want that rank 1. So see what you can do. And straight away, you know, Thomas Tuchel, he turns up on the training ground. He's getting that defence organised. And he's getting the counters sorted there, as you saw Insigne just hitting him on the counter. And now they're trying to break us down. You know, now they're trying to break down the boss. But my guy Thomas Tuchel, as a range man, he does it in his sleep. He moves around with, like, you know, a little chessboard type thing. And he's got this little chessboard and he moves around all the players and all of that. And, you know, the guy, strategically, is just on another level. But we're actually kind of struggling. I think this team, because they actually started to get used to a different strat or lack of strats, you know, they were really struggling out here today. And, you know, 1-1 on the score sheet. They're struggling to score goals defensively. You know, not as solid as I've seen them in the past. As Fekir trying to wriggle away. My guy trying to get a shot away. My guy Skriniar. You know, keeping solid there. He ain't letting him past. Mertens. What's he saying? Mertens. No space, man. There's no space. And it's going, I think this is going to penalties. It is another game to penalties this weekend. Mertens steps up and is saved straight away. And now we're really scared. I'm praying. I don't often pray. Fekir, the clone, straight at the lad. And we've actually been looking at, we had stats. Oh dear. We had stats from a lot of these clones of Fekir because he's been produced a lot at Camino. And we actually looked at where he's likely to put it. And it worked. And I tell you, nobody seems to be able to put it in the back of the net. But Barella can. And that's huge. We're now in the lead. Now they got to chase. Ripper, can he rip the net? He can't, Shiz. My guy with the mind games, the mind tricks. Oh, my, Chiesa, what's he saying? And he slots. We're really in the driving seat. We're in the driving seat, ripping 0 to 60. It's Diato. Szczesny, oh my God. What a save. Moving one way. Dives the other. Look at that for a save, getting a palm to that. Bang. My guy Shiz. And that's huge. And Thomas Tuchel, he knows it, man. They all know it, man. I know it, man. You know, Joe O'Brien, Thomas Tuchel, all of that lot. Wow, man. And that's huge. Like I say, you know, 12-3. We can only afford to lose one more game. And, you know, we need to get something going now. You know, the five at the back system, the only way to actually come up against... You know, I don't know how clear I've made it. But honestly, if you try and play a 4-3-1-2, you're going to get drilled. You're going to get done. Against some of these teams, look at the skills they're doing. They're finding a way through the five at the back. Roberto Firmino, he only needed like a yard of space, and the guy's banging that, man. And it hasn't been good enough, man. You know, we're trying to keep it compressed. We're trying to keep it, you know, not allow many space. But Insigne trying to find some space down the other end. Insigne's through on goal, gets it across for Chiesa, and it's 1-1. Just like that, a counter charge. And that's the thing, we have those counters in us, man. I'm telling you, like. Thomas Tuchel is a great counter-attacking manager. You know, we've seen him in the alternate universe against Manchester City, where he was able to get that 1-0 win, you know, on the counter-charge. And that's what we're doing. We're soaking up the pressure. Look, they're trying to attack us with the likes. And then Mbappe, of all of that, Skriniar gets across. Szczesny on the ground there. You know, a little slip from the boy. I don't think he had studs on. He had like little Skechers shoes or something. And they just weren't gripping at all. They had like the little wheelies or whatever. He had the wheelies on. And he kept slipping, man. And then all of a sudden we catch him. The offside trap don't come through. Mertens, big saves. He's got to be banging that, man. Barella falls for Mertens. Now Mertens in this wide area. Tries to do a nice little bit of skills. Full for Insigne now. And now he's looking to go at him with the same little trick. Man goes down. Screaming for a penalty. Nobody is in, man, and it's back to the keeps. It's back to the keep. Navas, he throws away. They're bottling. We catch him on the counter press. And now it's Savage. Savage towards Mertens. He goes down, and it falls. Insigne is 2. Oh, my. Now they got to break us down again. 55th minute now. You know, we got men behind the ball. We got men behind the ball. Every last woman, man, a job behind the ball, man. See it out, man, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm on a microphone type thing. And I'm saying, like, some of these players have got, like, little earpieces in. And they get a bit annoyed at me because sometimes, you know, man's just having a laugh, like rapping and just, you know, chatting a load of wass, as some might say. But, you know, it's got to be done at times. And Insigne going on through. Mertens, we're looking to hit him again on the counter charge. Insigne finds a bit of space. Insigne gets it across, and that could be that, man. They've been trying so hard. I can't tell you just how patient this opponent was. You know, the manager, he very much believed in that passing game. We were just soaking it up and hitting them on the counter. But Mbappe banging that, man. You know, like I say, they only need a yard of space. These guys with the talent. Savage banging it. And that's that. That's huge, man. Honestly, you know, 13-3 we're now looking at, as you see. I think the record's just going to update. Look at the top right. Just have a look. Keep looking at the top right. 13-3, there it is. That is vibey. The little transition thing. So now we're looking at 13-3. You know, we're actually kind of bringing it back. We're bringing it back. Wow. What is this team? R9 up top. Are you having a laugh? Like, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, wow, we're just not getting any rest. We're not getting any breaks. Koulibaly blocking out the spaces, though, is savage. And once again, look how this, you know, how this kind of forms, these counters. Look how they come together. You know, Spinazzola with that space on this left-hand side. On towards Savage. My guy Savage looking to do something, you know, magical, really. Mertens finds a bit of space. Just a little yard and he bangs, man. Look at the finish. You know, people aren't producing clones of Mertens for some reason. I really don't know why Mertens isn't on that mass production line. You know, people don't seem to think he's about it. And he's proven time and time again that he is, man. Like, that he is, you know, one of the best strikers out here, man. You know, really, it's the 81st minute. A much better defensive performance. You know, we're looking at the likes of R9 and Son sitting up the top there. And, you know, we're keeping them out. And that takes some doing. Here is Savage, though. Mertens looks to find the space. And he's got a left foot as well. My goodness, man. I mean, they just couldn't break us down. 14-3. Thomas Tuchel. Strategy. The 5-2-2-1. It's got us rank 1 many a time. And it might just have saved our bacon here. That's what we're thinking. At this point in time, anyway. You know, Ferdinand. You know, this guy's got a hell of a team. Or the manager's got a hell of a team. And he was screaming at me from across. He was like, lad, you ain't dealing with these players. And I said, lad, you ain't dealing with the Strats and Thomas Tuchel. He was laughing, man. He was chuckling on the side, you know. He is a vibey lad to be about. You know, we're 1-0 up in this game. And we're looking to hit him again. Cuadrado trying to find the space. And they can't break out. And that's the thing. The counter press is actually on at times. You know, we are sitting off deep a lot of the time. But the counter press is still there. Still something to think about. Insigne, though, looking to find the space. Still going in and out. Gets a shot away. Spinazzola. And he's in amongst. You know, these players are there. Available for the press. And available off a second ball. And the man just bangs it. And look, this is why I like him in the team. The guy is getting the fans rattled. You know, he was trying to get the choir going. He was really getting them rattled, man. And, you know, Spinazzola knows how to do that kind of stuff. As Cuadrado down this right-hand side, and they're really struggling to deal with the width of the team. You know, the wing-backs are causing them all sorts of issues. And all of a sudden, we're really opening up now. You know, Savage. Spinazzola trying to find some space. Savage just with a muscle. The guy's got muscle. And it's Chiesa with a spin. It's Chiesa is free. And now they got a really tough task. You know, they got a really tough task. And I was actually very impressed because, you know, we're coming up against, I think, another Empire officer here. And his pressing game was actually top draw. Like, he actually started to work himself, but, like, his team back into the game. They were causing problems. Rashford, a bit of individual brilliance here. Having it falls for the boy. A little bit lucky there. You know, Shez. Maybe we should be saving that too. You know, through the boy's legs. But now we got the chance to finish him off. Spinazzola. Try to get it across, and it's not quite worked out there. And now they could hit us on the counter-attack again. And we got to be ever so careful. You know, they got some talent on the pitch. You know, Di Natale. The guy's come out of the carbonite freezing, and he's looking fresh. He's looking fresh. And here is Barella, though. Look, like, they're looking to go at us here. And they were pressing. They were playing some high-intensity football. And they looked, you know, look at the way they're dominating the midfield. We just had to sit off and hope for the best. But it falls for Mane. And the man rips it. Top corner is 3-2. All of a sudden, it's all hands on deck. It's all hands on deck. We got to sit cozy, man. Oh, no. Di Natale is 3-3. They're straight back in the game. We couldn't keep him out. I'm telling you, now they're looking to hit us again. And this could be holy heartbreak. This could be the end. But Koulibaly gets the ball. And now we got other plans. Diaz, who literally just came on. Man hitting him on the counter. Man just running. He doesn't care, man. Man's just running at him, man. Diaz going down this left-hand side. Picks up my guy, Mertz. And he's done it, man. It's heartbreak for them. They're all on their knees. After fighting so hard to get back in the game. They've just been done on the counter charge. And it's all started from Diaz for last minute lad. Wijnaldum actually ended up coming on the pitch for Savage. He was looking a bit tired, you know, huffing and puffing, blowing the house down. And my goodness me, like they were really struggling to break us down at this point now when these players came on. And, you know, Wijnaldum fighting for this second ball. Kicks it out. And that's us. 15-3. We now have 2 games. I don't know how we've turned it around like this. We have 2 games. We only have to win 1. 1 out of the 2. My. I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared at this point, you know. Tonali sitting on the bench and he's like, lad, let me play. And I was like, he's like, I'm going to leave if you don't. And I said, fair enough, lad. So I actually dropped Savage, which, you know, is not an easy decision. The guy's got talent. But I had to let Tonali play a game because he was screaming and stuff and he was making statements and all of that. And I had to let him play. And Savage, you know, he was getting a little bit tired from the previous game. And he had a nice little trip away. And he was actually in the director's box with Lego Padme and all of that. And he was just chilling, you know, sipping on the green tea, having a laugh. So, yeah, like, it's good to rest players here and there and, you know, keep the competition for the squad, the starting lineup. So we're getting a 1-0. You know, we're 1-0 up in this game. And now we're looking to hit him on the counter again. Chiesa and all of that trying to run on through. And they're almost getting caught by the press. They got to be ever so careful. Hernandez out on this left-hand side. Man trying to find the space. El Shawari cutting inside. And now he's got players, you know, plenty of quality players. Depay trying to get on through and his poor defending there. And, you know, Thomas Tuchel, he was actually furious at what he was seeing. Like, I think you could tell that the standard of football that he was watching isn't what he's used to under some of these players in the squad. You know, a lot of these players in the squad, you have to think have retained their place. You know, they've been here for a while, but ever since this new formation and system, and then, you know, coming back to it, they haven't looked their normal selves. So we actually called up the boy Hansi Flick after being 2-1 down, and we said, lad, can you get us back? And he said, I'll see what I can do. But these lads aren't well versed in my strat either. And, you know, there's not all much we can do. And we're trying to press them at 2-1 down. And they were making it very difficult for us. And they actually end up hitting us on the counter here. Rodrigo just skipping around the keeper. Szczesny, you know, fighting back. And we got to just try and fight. You know, we got to try and fight Insigne with a little back heel. Trying to give it on. And it's just not working, man. Hansi weren't happy either. Like, nobody's looking good here, man. Rodrigo's in on goal. And it's free. Oh, man. This ain't looking good. Second ball falls, though. Hansi Flick, he's been training with that type of stuff, though. And the second ball, look at that. Straight after that, they end up pinging the ball into the back of the net. And then now, you know, Hansi's shouting at him, come on, lads. Like, you've got something. Like, you've got a real chance. Chiesa, you got to say it's a sitter, man. He's got to be banging that. It's a little bit wide. And you know what that means? It's going down to the final game. You know, we've got rank 1 3 weeks in a row. Is this going to be the time where we bottle it? You know, have we got the makings of true champions? I think some fans might even say we don't even deserve rank 1 because, quite honestly, we have been quite abysmal at times, quite mediocre. But Thomas Tuchel said, right, let's just treat it like a Champions League final. And it didn't start well, man. We're 1-0 down already, man. But he said, you know, treat it like a Champs final. You know, show a bit of fight. As they're going on through again. It's Paul Pogba in on goal. It's a massive save. That might have just been that. Szczesny with a save. Here's Phil Fodes. They're trying to get on through. But now we can spring the counter charge. Here is Barella up against Kimpembe. Man's got talent. Barella still going on this counter charge. Cuts in, lovely. Now Mertens. And what can we do with Tonali, who's also retained his starting lineup place. Savage wanted to rest a bit more. And Chiesa banging it to make it 1-1 within 9 minutes. Game on. Everything to play for. Literally everything to play for at this point in time. It's scary, man. It really is scary. Insigne gives it to Mertens. We're hitting him again. Mertens finds the space and he bangs. It's 2-1 in the 15th. And now we got something to defend. What a challenge, Skriniar. And that's passion. Shannon the Cannon was shouting, let's go, champ. You know, that is some real passion from the boy Skriniar. Insigne down this left-hand side, though. Taking on the boy Phil Foden in a 50-50. Man's got balance. Balance of the force. You know, the man to bring the balance. And Insigne looking to give it up to Tonali on for Chiesa. And he finds the space. It's a big save. And now they're looking to hit us, man. It's a scary game. Phil Foden. What can he do? Phil Foden on for Pogs. Back for Phil Foden. Finding a bit of room, and it's a good block. You know, they're all holding in there. And now we're looking to counter again. Insigne on for Mertens. And that's the thing with this team, you know, the Thomas Tuchel strat and all of that. You've never really got a moment of safety. And we're hitting them, really. Insigne. And it's a through for Chiesa. And it's 3-1. You know, after being... And that's that. They wrapped it up. Literally after being on the ropes at 1, and we just hit them like that. And Thomas Tuchel celebrating like we won a Champions League final type thing. We get rank 1 again. We retain rank 1 for the 4th week running. Back to back to back to back. And now we're laughing. You know, the rewards coming in. So now it's, you know, to the victor go the spoils. And we're all there to watch the unboxing. You know, Jabba was actually holo calling us from his palace. And he was showing us some of the players that were coming in on these packages. And, you know, Alaba will certainly take that at all. The guy's got talent. You know, now we're opening up the packs. You know, the big shipments. So we're starting off with the ultimate pack. And I have to say, he's not looking the best. My guy Schmeichs, you know, straight in the Saar. They're just not really looking all that great. And they're not really worth a rags either. You know, half of these players essentially just been thrown straight in. And, you know, we had to wave him goodbye. You know, really, really tough to see him go. But, you know, the team of the week packs, and these are pretty much what we're playing for, really. You know, this is what it's all about. Declan Rice coming in. He's worth no rags. We sent him off straight in the Saar. You know, he's going to have to... He's got quite a munch ahead of him type thing. And, you know, really munching up for time. And the next player coming in, you're looking at Candreva, man. So, yeah, I mean, not really that great at all in terms of rewards. You know, Jabba, he wasn't happy with it either, to be honest. We felt like we'd been a little bit hard done by. But nonetheless, chaps and chapheads, I'll see you in a jiff. Trust.
You look says. You look says. You look says. You look says. You look says.